God told me to warn you, when you get rich, tell no one. And I don't just mean money, I'm talking about every kind of riches: peace, love, clarity, healing, wisdom, joy, alignment. Because the truth is, wealth doesn't always come in a bag of money. Sometimes it shows up as a quiet morning where your mind is finally still and you realize you're no longer broken over what used to destroy you. That's wealth too. See, when when you start to glow differently, people notice. They'll start asking questions. They'll want to know what changed, what you're doing differently, what you bought, who you are seeing. But what they really want to know is how to get what you have without doing what you did. That's why when you get rich, tell no one. Because when God blesses you, He doesn't bless you for show, He blesses you for a purpose. And the moment you make your blessing a performance, you risk turning your purpose into pressure. Everybody, doesn't need to see how you eat because not everybody prayed for your table. The hidden side of success: the more you have, the more you will realize silence is gold. People love to clap for you until they realize you're no longer clapping back. Until your light starts shining in places that darkness was comfortable in, you'll notice how some people start acting strange, how they start saying, "You've changed," when all you did was grow. How they start remembering what you owe them when when they see you walking in abundance. How suddenly your peace becomes an offense. And that's why when you get rich, tell no one. Because elevation exposes hearts. It'll show you who was really cheering for you and who was just waiting to see when you'd fall. Protecting what's sacred. You can't share everything God's doing in your life with everyone. Not because you're arrogant, but because some blessings are still under construction. Some, seasons are sacred. And sometimes the enemy doesn't need to attack you directly. All he needs to do is whisper your progress to the wrong person. Remember Joseph? He told his brothers about his dream, and they threw him in a pit. Not because the dream was wrong, but because he shared it too soon. When God starts moving in your life, protect that movement. Trust me, protect it. When he opens a door for you, don't post the door. Walk through it. When he brings peace, don't let the world disturb it by needing to prove you are okay. There's power in private growth. Some people only understand your value when they can attach it to a price tag. But peace, you can't post that. Real love, you can't show that on camera. Healing, you can't hashtag that. So when you get rich, tell no one. The truth about envy. Let's talk about that. You ever notice how people will celebrate your struggle but go silent in your on your success? They'll share your pain but scroll past your progress. Because in the world addicted to sympathy, your stability feels like a threat. It's not that they hate you, it's that your peace reminds them of everything they've been avoiding in themselves. Your consistency challenges their excuses. Your glow makes them confront their own shadows. So learn to smile quietly, win silently, move strategically, and let your fruits do the talking. The loudest people in the room usually have the least to lose. The real bosses, the real wealthy, they're quiet. They're being humble. They don't need to prove they're rich because peace already feels like a penthouse. The season of disappearance, let's talk about that. There's a phase that every blessed person goes through, the disappearance phase. It's when you go quiet, you stop posting as much, you don't show up everywhere, people start wondering if you're okay, but you are. You're just becoming unrecognizable. You're working in silence. You're reintroducing yourself to yourself. You're building things no one will understand until they are finalized. Don't rush. Don't rush that phase. Disappearance is not depression. It's divine preparation. Because when you come back, you won't have to explain a thing to nobody. Your results will speak louder than your reputation ever could. That's why when you get rich, tell no one. The power of hidden growth. You don't plant a seed and dig it up every day to check if it's growing. You water it, you protect it, you let the process do what it does. The same applies to your wealth, financial, spiritual, emotional. Don't dig up your growth for validation. Don't show it off before it's ready, because exposure too soon can kill potential too early. Be patient. Let your roots go deep before your fruits show up. Let the soil hold your story before the world celebrates your success. You don't need people's applause. You need God's alignment. And when you have that, you will never feel the need to prove anything again. When you get there, and when you finally get there, when you're sitting in rooms you once prayed for, when your bills are paid, your heart is healed, your mind is clear. Remember who you were when you had nothing. Remember the people who showed up for you when you had no name. Remember the moments when you cried for this. And remember that the same God who gave it to you can take it if you forget where it came from. So be humble, be kind, be grateful, and be quiet. Most of all. Because real wealth doesn't shout, it whispers. Real wealth isn't about being seen, it's about being sustained. It's peace, it's alignment, it's purpose. It's waking up and realizing you're finally living in answered prayers. So when you get rich, tell no one, just thank God in silence and let your life make the noise. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching up until this far. Do make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And comment, I hear you, brother, in the comment sections. I'll see you guys on the next one. Do stay blessed.